This conference will now be recorded.
So if you remember, we had a discussion on how we can create the arrays, right? So we can create the arrays using which function? Array function. Using which function? Array function. Array function under what? Under the numpy. Under the numpy. So when you are saying array, it is a function of numpy. It is a function of numpy. Okay. So numpy dot array. So this is a single dimensional array. Okay. This is what? A single dimensional array. So what we'll do is, so we will again uh, just go back into the class and we will create a single dimensional array once again. Okay. So what we have created here, we have created a single dimensional array. So what do I mean by a single dimensional array? So you have a collection of elements in single dimension, Okay. Yes. Okay. Then we created 2 dimension, 3 dimension and all. So that also we will talk about. So now we will try to understand some functions which will tell you some information about the array. Okay, some information about this array. So the information about this array is something like how many dimensions, so what is the shape. Okay, so what are all those kind of things we will try and understand. Okay, some array information. Okay, so array information we will be trying to take up. Okay, before that, I have some notes ready to make our time not to be wasted so much. Okay, so as I've told you, so every array will have some type. Every array will have some type. Okay, so we have bool type, we have int type. Okay, so we have int 8, int 16, so int 32. So what is this, sir? 64, 32, and all. Int 8 means it will be ranging from this to this one. So int 16 means it will be ranging from this to this. Okay. So it is all like again byte properties and all. So I don't want to go into that details. So we have int 64. Generally, when we say we get int 64, how sir? How you can prove that? Now let's say uh, type of, okay. So type of array one. So what is array type of array one here? Array one is numpy dot nd array. We know that, right? So we are knowing some information about the arrays. We are knowing some information about the arrays. Now, for example, if I say data type, okay, so data type of array one, okay. So what I will know, okay, okay. Otherwise, what I'll do is I'll say print type of array. Okay, so print type of array. So you will get a class. Okay, right. So now what I'll say is I will go for array one dot d type. Okay, so array one dot d type. So what I got here, I got int 32. Means what is this int 32 saying? Int 32 is saying, hey boss, I belong to this. I belong to this. Yes. So I belong to int 32. I belong to int 32. Okay. Now, like this, you will have other types also. Like you have uint. Uint means unsigned. So you will not have the negative numbers. You will not have the negative numbers. In uint. Uint means unsigned integer of 32. So what is this? You'll have only positive numbers. Of course, zero will be there. Yes. So like this, so you have so many data types. So you have so many. So I think all these things you already have seen. Yes or no? In your data type section, you have already seen. So these are the things which are applied for, which are applied for whom? Which are applied for the numpy arrays, which are applied for the numpy. Same thing, but different way of approach. That's it. Different way of approach. So you are approaching in a different way. That's it. Okay. So suppose I want this array to be float. So generally on that day I told you how to go for it. You can go for something like d type. Okay, so okay, I can say, so suppose if you are looking at here, so once I say comma, so you are getting everything. See, so object we created. So now what we are going to do, d type. What we are going to do, d type, d type. So I will say d type is equal to float. D type is equal to float. So you want to say float of 64, all that is also fine. Okay, so float 64 is not defined. So we will go for only float. Okay, so we'll say just float. What happens here? It will become which type now? It will become the float 64. So we did not provide it, but automatically it got float 64. So it is not allowing me to give it, but automatically what is coming? 64 is coming. Yes, hope everyone understood the type. So once we will clear these things, other things will be a little bit important. So these things are like internally coming, so we don't worry much about them. Yes. Okay. Now I will say, so this is all array information only, right? Now I will go for something like ndim. Okay, so ndim. So what is ndim? I will go here a little bit down. I have the examples and everything clearly given, so you don't have to worry about. Okay, so ndim. So what it returns? It returns. Okay, so I'll make it very easy for you, notes wise. So what is ndim doing, sir? Ndim is a attribute. What is ndim, sir? Endim is a attribute. What it will return? It will return number of array dimensions. So how many dimensions this array is? Array 1. How many dimensions it is? Single dimension. Okay. Now how to know it, sir? Array 1 dot n, array 1 dot n dim. Array 1 dot n dim. So what it will tell you? It will tell you 1. Why, sir, it is saying 1? Why it is saying 1? Because it is of single dimension. It is of single dimension. Am I clear? Yes or no? Okay. Now in the same way, you have another attribute called shape. Okay. So other attribute called shape. So whenever we are talking about shape here, so what does a shape do? So shape will return. Okay. So what shape will do? Shape will return. So this array attribute returns the shape. Returns the shape. So returns the shape. Returns a tuple containing of consisting of array dimensions. Okay. So definition wise, you might be looking at it in a different way. But automatically what it gives you? It gives you automatically what it gives you? It gives you the shape. Okay. So how can I know the shapes are now? Array one dot shape. Array one dot shape. So these are all attributes. Attributes means directly you have to use it like this. Using function a different way. So function means you have parameters and all those things you use. Okay. Anyhow. So array one dot shape. So what I'm getting, sir, here? 6 comma nothing. 6 comma nothing means 6 elements. What it is saying? 6 elements. It is saying 6 elements. Comma nothing means there is no second dimensions. There is no second dimension. It is of only one dimension. So that one dimension contain how many elements? 6 elements. Am I clear? Yes. Am I clear? Okay, super. Now this is what is shape for you. Okay. Next, what we will do is, so we will use this shape attribute to create. Okay. So to create something like, now for example, what is this? Tell me. It is a two-dimensional. Obviously, it is a two-dimensional. So we'll make it really quick because you know what is two-dimensional and all. So I'll make it very easy. Now, what is this type of array? Tell me. What is the type of array? See, there are hundreds of functions. We will not be going into everything. So I'll pick up only the important things. Okay, I'll pick up only the important things. Now tell me np dot array 1 2 3 4 5 6. What is this kind of array? This is okay. First, let us know the shape. Okay, so now if I say a dot shape, now tell me what is the shape of the array by look of it. It is 2 by 3, no? Yes or no? It is what? 2 by 3. It is what? 2 by 3. It is what? 2 by 3. 2 rows, 3 columns. Am I clear up to here? Now, shape attribute also help us to reshape. Also help us to reshape. So it also help us to reshape. To reshape. So for reshaping, there is another function, but this also will do it. Okay, so it also help us to reshape the array. It also help us to reshape the array. So how it is going to help us? Now what I'm saying, a dot shape is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, one thing here you have to understand is, okay, so one thing always remember. So I have a 3 by 2 array. Yes or no? What I have? I have, okay, sorry. I have a 2 by 3 array. What is a 2 by 3 array? 2 by 3 array is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say. Let's say. Now 2 by 3 array can be converted into, this is very important, can be converted into, okay, 1 by 6, okay, 2 by 3, right? 2 by 3 is already there, okay, 3 by 2 and 6 by 1. What is the common thing? Tell me. 6, 6, no 5. Multiply. 1 into 6, 2 into 3, 3 into 2, 6 into 1. 3 to the 6, 3 to the 6. What I'm trying to say here, I'm trying to say that how many total elements are there in 2 by 3? 6 elements are there, obviously. So I can reshape my array into 1 by 6. Okay, 2 by 3 is already there. You don't worry about it. I can do it in 3 by 2, or I can do it in 6 by 1. Am I clear? So I cannot reshape it into like 5 by 1. Why? 5 by 1 is giving you what? A product of 5, not 6. So we are asking 5 rows and 1 column. It is not possible. Why, sir? Because the product always should be 6. The product always should be 6. Okay, let us try it and check. Now, shape. What is the shape now? Shape of A is what? Shape of A is what now? Shape of A is, what is it? 3 by 2, no? Getting my point? Shape of A is what? 3 by 2. So now you are printing A. What is A now? A became 3 by 2 from 2 by 3. From 2 by 3 it became 3 by 2. It is as simple as that. Am I clear? Yes? Okay. Now, sir, let's change this into 5 by 1. Change this into 5 by 1. Okay. What it will say? It will say, so you can understand this. What it is saying? Cannot reshape array of size 6 into shape 5 comma 1. If you want to reshape the array of size 6, it can be reshaped into 6 by 1, 1 by 6, 2 by 3, or 3 by 2. That's it. Am I clear? Yes. So that's what is shape attribute doing. What is this? Shape attribute, not shape function. It is shape attribute. Always remember. Function means again you'll have the brackets and everything. Yes. Clear with the concept up to here? Okay. So next we will be talking about ending we cleared up. Okay. So arrange. Anyone remember arrange? Arrange. Anyone remember? Arrange. Okay. So arrange. So creating. Now next topic is, so those are attributes. Those are attributes which will tell you about the array, shape, endim. Okay, all this. Okay. So creating arrays, creating arrays. So creating arrays. So normally original array you are creating in one way. So now we have some more ways of creating the arrays also. Okay. So first one is arrange function. Okay. Arrange actually it is called. So what is this? Arrange function. So arrange. So what does that arrange contain? Now if you take up the definition here, try and take up the definition. So start, stop, step, D type. So what are the properties? Start, stop, step, and D type. Okay. Now What this function will do? This function creates an array from start to stop, create an array from start to stop with with the step difference, yeah, the step difference and of d type okay, right. So it is similar to range. Anyone remember range, anyone remember? Okay, so what was range? Okay, so yeah, I will write a small note here. The note will be, it is similar to range. It is similar to range. How, sir, it is similar to range? Now what is range actually? Suppose if I am saying range 5 comma 16 comma 3, okay, so generally I will say list of, okay, better we put list of, otherwise I'll not get the elements. Now what you got? Why you got 5 8 11 14? We started at 5, we have to end up at 16, we have to end up at 16. So with a step of 3, 5 5 6 7, yes. So the third value, okay, so for your understanding, suppose if I write 5 to 16, what will happen? 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15, right? Okay, first value selected is 5, and generally plus 3 step, no, plus 3, what is step 3? By plus 3, 8, okay. What is the next element? 8. So what is the first element? 5. What is the next element? 8. Then you do 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 how much? 11. Okay. Next 11. 11 plus 3 how much? 14. 14 plus 3 how much? 17. But it is out of range. You are understanding? Yes or no? So that is what is range for you. A range is also same. A range is also same. But only thing is you can give the data type. You can give the data type. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Right. So what you are going to give now? So you are going to say a range. Okay. Dot. Okay. Np dot range of. Okay. What I'll give? I'll give same things. But what will be created? Array will be created. What will be created? Array will be created. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Now what you got? You got an array, no? Yes or no? You got an array? So this is, we are creating an array. We are creating an array. Getting it clear? Okay. Now here if you observe, we are having, okay, so now you have to understand this. Now we are reshaping it to 2 by 4 by 3. What is this 2 by 4 by 3? Anyone remember? Anyone remember? Sorry? Obviously, three-dimensional array. You have to remember. If you are forgetting, it is a bit difficult for me to make you understand. Now tell me, what is a range of 24? What values you get? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 23, 22, not 22, 23, 0 to 23. Vamshi, forgot everything. Okay, so print A. So what I got? I got from 0 to 23 or not? Yes or no? Clear? Okay. Now what is n dimension? Obviously 1. Yes? Okay. Next time. Reshaping it. How we are reshaping it? 2 by 4 by 3. What is 2 by 4 by 3? Two arrays. Two arrays with the 4 by 3. 4 rows, 3 columns. Two arrays with the 4 rows, 3 columns. It is as simple as that. Yes. Now what you are doing? You are saying B. What is B now? Two arrays with how many dimensions? 4 by 3 dimensions. Two arrays with, please follow the videos. You are not watching even videos. Watch the video. Before coming to the class, watch the video, last class video and come. Then it will be easy for me and for you also. Okay, so before coming or before sleeping last night, you can just watch it out. Okay, otherwise, no use. Okay, so now what is this? Two, otherwise, what will happen is it will take more time for making me understand. Okay, watch the video and come. So that's why I'm giving you the videos. So zeroth row, sorry, zeroth array, first array, and 4 by 3 means 4 rows, 3 columns, 4 rows and 3 columns. Am I clear? So you can reshape it in 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, 1-dimensional. It's up to you. Yes? Am I crystal clear? Yes or no? Okay. So 2 by 4 by 3 means 2 4s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So you can't reshape it to anything other than 24 total. Product should be 24. 2 by 4 by 3, 4 by 2 by 3. Okay, so 1 by 8 by 3. So number of combinations will increase now. Yes or no? So 24 means the number of combinations will increase. So like that, while reshaping, it is very important for you to know the shape. Shape is very, very important. Or at least the number of elements is important. At least the number of elements in that array is important. Am I clear? Am I crystal clear or not? Yes? Okay, great. Now we will create an array of some random values. Okay, so for that, what I have to do, I have to go for a empty. I have to go for what? Empty. What is this empty, sir? Empty is nothing but a function which will create uninitialized array of specific shape and data type. So it will use the random values. What it will use? It gives the random values. Use what? Random values. Now, how you understand this empty? You give the shape. Now, shape you are clear. What is shape? Okay. Data type you are clear. Order is equal to C. We will talk about that order also. Okay. So C, column major style, row major style. So we have two types of orders actually. So we have two types of orders that I will tell you. So the two types of orders are column major order, okay, and the row major order. Okay, column major and row major. I'll tell you what is it. But first, we will try to put an array. Let's say the array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now C style. C style is the row major style. C style means what? Row major style. F style means column major. So what is that? Actually, the elements. Now, for example, this is first row and this is second row. Okay. The elements will be C style means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The elements will be arranged in that style. First 1, 2, 3, depending on your shape. Depending on your shape. So F style. F style means what? 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. Understanding? Yes or no? This is an array. So what is C style? C style is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First row, second row. F style means first column, second column, third column. It is as simple as it. You're understanding the point? So that is F style and C style. C style is row major, row importance. F style means column importance. Am I clear? Am I clear with my points? Okay. So now let us create an array. So now I will say array empty is equal to, okay, array empty is equal to, don't think that empty means no values. Values will be there. Some values which will be random, depending on the type, of course. Now I want a two-dimensional array. I want a two-dimensional array. Okay. What I want now? I wanted two dimensions. Why I'm using NP here? Import NumPy as NP. Use all the functions of NumPy by using NP. The meaning is use all the functions. Use all the functions by using NP. By using NP. NP dot empty. NP dot empty. NP dot empty. Now I will say 2 by 3. What I'll say here? 2 by 3. Okay, data type if I don't give anything, automatically it will be float. Now I will give some data type as int, let's say. Int means easy to understand, no? So data type int. Now here order is not very much important. Okay, so let it give in whatever way it is. Why we are worried about that? Okay, so now we are going to work with this. Now tell me what values I got. Did I say you give these values only? Did I say you give these values only? No. It will give some random values. It will give some random values. Now, for example, if I am saying something like f means float. Now, data type I'll give as float. Data type I'll give as what? I'll give as float, and I'll say f. Now, tell me what happened. Again, some random values came to the picture, or not? We don't know. We don't know what kind of values it will give you. We don't know. So automatically, it gives you some random values. Yes, we are not worried about how it gives. We are worried about using those values later. So this is what is called an empty. Empty. So what does an empty do? Empty function do? Empty function creates an uninitialized array of specified shape and data type. Here we are not worried about that order. So later on we will work with it. Clear? Concept is clear? Okay, great. So now we will talk about. Okay, so I will put these things also. For everything, I'll not put. For some understanding, I'll put later, not required. Okay, so shape. Okay, so what is shape? What is data type? Okay, so what is this I have given? So you can give either F or C. You can give either F or C. Am I clear? Okay, great. So now practice. You have to practice. Without practice, only listening to the class and going home will not help. Okay. So np dot zeros. Now see what zeros is doing for you. What zeros is doing? Zeros is returning a new array filled with zeros. Filled with zeros. So the array filled with zeros. Now I don't have to tell you about shape, data type, same thing. No? Why I have to again tell you that? No need, isn't it? Okay. Now I will say again np dot zeros. Np dot zeros. Np dot zeros. So array 0 is equal to np dot zeros. Now I'll give only shape. I'll not give data type also. Okay, and let's see what data type will come into the picture. Okay, I will give something like 3 by 2. So what I gave here? I gave 3 by what I gave sir here? I gave 3 by 2. So what is this 3 by 2 here? This 3 by 2. What is 3 by 2? 3 by 2 is the shape. 3 by 2 is the shape of the array. What is 3 by 2 sir? 3 by 2 is the shape of the array. Array np dot zeros 3 by 2. So what you are creating? You are creating a zeros array. You are creating a zeros array. Am I clear? Yes or no? So what you're doing, you are creating a zeros array. Np dot zeros of 3 by 2. So 0 point. Point means automatically which value will come, I told? Float value. Automatically which value? Float value will come. Yes? Am I clear? No, sir. Give int. Int means what happens, sir? That point will not be there. That's it. What will not be there? That point will not be there. So array I and I, so that point won't be there. That's it. Only zeros. Only zeros. Am I clear? Yes or no? Paka. Okay, so this is about zeros. And next thing is you will have ones. What you'll have? Ones. Ones means it will return only once. It will return only once. So if you want ones, it will return a array filled with ones. Filled with ones. So same thing I'll do here. I'll just change the name. Array 0. Okay, array with 1, right? Array with 1. Array with 1. Okay, now in place of zeros I will say ones. Very easy. Once you understand the basics, it will be very easy. Okay, so now you are having same thing here. I'll say one I. So I'll say here ones. I'll say ones. What you will get? You will get array of ones. Array of ones. Understanding? Yes. Array empty random values. Array zeros zeros. Array ones ones. Okay. And next thing that we need to understand over here is something like okay I. Okay, so that one I will give you. So something like I. I means returns a identity array. Identity identity array, okay, of same rows and columns. Okay, if you remember in our school days we used to have something like this. 100. Exactly, 100. And what is this? 2 by 2. Number of rows and number of arrays should be same, right? Now simply what I can create, I can just say array identity is equal to np dot I. np dot I. Okay, so I will say something like 2. Now tell me what happened. Float value obviously. Okay, so why only 2, sir? Why not 2 by 2? Because rows and values number should be same. Rows and values number should be same. Okay, then here I will say something like 3, and I will say int. Okay, one second. So data type. So you give 3 and you data type is equal to int. Okay, what you got here? You got integers. You got integers. Clear? Understanding my point? So what you are using here? You are using dot I. I means identity. I means what? Identity. I means identity. Is that clear? Yes. So that's how you look into the creation of the arrays. Creation of the arrays. Okay. Now we will create an array from existing arrays. I mean existing collection of data. Okay, so what is the next point? Next thing that we need to understand: create arrays from the existing data. From the existing data. So what you have to create now? You have to create the arrays from the existing data. So data is existing already, but you have to. Okay, so you have to. Okay, so what you have to do? So you have to go for one second. Okay. So create arrays from the existing data. So what you are doing now? You are creating the array from your existing data. Like say for example, you are going to use as array function. Okay. What is this? as array. So as array means, okay, so what as array will do? It will, okay, it will convert any existing Python sequence or Python collection into Python collection, okay, collection, or else sequence of collection into a ND array. Okay, right. So now what I will do is, this A will be some existing element. This A will be some existing element. Like say for example, uh, LST. LST is equal to 8 comma 9 comma 6 comma 3 comma 2. Let's say. Okay. Now I will do uh, array creation by saying np dot as array, np dot as array. Okay, so np dot as array. So what I'm saying, np dot as array, and I am saying lst. Okay, so d type none. None means it will take the default one. It will take the default one from where you got the lst. In lst all are integers, so obviously array will also be integers. Okay, order also depending on the list only. Okay, now I will say arr. Okay. Okay. Now what I got? I converted the list into array or not? Yes or no? Not only this. Now, for example, list is containing. Okay, so list is containing a 2 by 2 array. Let's say 5. Okay, so 5. So you know a list can contain a list of list can be there or not. Okay. Now what I'll do is I will say array 1 as array of list 1. Now tell me what happened. Okay, one second. So let me run this. Now tell me what happened. It is converted into two-dimensional array or not? So actually it is a two-dimensional list. A two-dimensional list is again converted into a two-dimensional array. It is as simple as that. So you convert the array, you can convert the existing sequence into an array with by using which function? By using as array function. By using as array function. As array doing? It is converting existing collection of elements into the array, into the array as array. What is the function name? As array. With practice only you will remember all these things. Okay, once again I'm telling you, practice is required. So without practice, don't expect these things to come into your brain. Okay, now, so from meter all these things are not required. So this is like data science specific thing. That is why you don't require all the things. Okay, next is linspace, very important. So whenever you are talking about linspace here, okay. So linspace, okay. So I'll just try to put these things also for you. Whenever you are talking about linspace, linspace is a function wherein you will be creating an array. So you'll be creating an array using linspace function, and you'll have start, stop. You remember all this, like in arrange also we did, right? Okay, but it will give you numbers. If you remember, I'll take you back to your school days wherein we used to have graphs. So in graphs we used to write down 0, 10, 20. So we used to have equal intervals. No, we used to have equal intervals. Yes or no? X axis, Y axis. You remember or not? So in the same way, linspace also does that only. What linspace will do? Linspace also will do the same. So linspace also will do the same. So what it will do here? It will take up. Okay, so what it will take up? It will take up the start number, it will take up the end number. Okay, so it will take up the difference, it will take up the difference. Okay, you have a lot of parameters here, so it will take up the difference. Okay, difference means it depends on how many numbers you are giving, depends on how many numbers you are giving. Endpoint, if you want the endpoint to be included or not, it will tell you. If you want to know the difference, this will tell you. Okay, so that is why these are all parameters. So what does start tell you? The starting value of the sequence. What does stop tell you? The end value of the sequence. End value of the sequence. What does num tell you? Num will tell you how many number of default value. I mean, how many evenly spaced. See, 0 to 100. 0 to 100. If I give range, what it will do? It will give 0, 10, 20, 30. So that evenly is how many numbers you want. So I want 10 numbers. So it will give 0, 10, 20, 30 up to 90, something like that. Yes. But here a little bit mechanism will be different, that I'll tell you. So endpoint. Endpoint means if you give true, if you give true, the stop value is included. Stop value is included. If false, that is not included. If you say false, that is not included. One example will give you a clear idea. Okay. So if true, so this one, return step. If true, returns the samples and the step, and what is the difference between the first term and the second term, it will give you the idea. Okay. And then D type. So what D type will give you? It will give you the data type. So that is simple. Okay. Now let's understand it by a simple example. Anyhow, we were talking about that example only. So we will say array linspace is equal to, I will start at 10, I will stop at 100. Okay, I will give how many number of points I want. I want 10 points. I want 10 points. Okay, so okay, otherwise I will say 5 to 50, because that 10 and this 10 you might get confused. Okay, so end point. Okay, so I will say end point by default what it is true. By default it is true. Okay, so it is true by default. It is true by default. Okay, now I'll take off it. Now return step. So return step, again, if true, return the sample space. Okay, so I will give this one as true here. Okay, so data type I'm not worried. Now tell me what happened here. What happened here? Tell me. What happened? It started with 5. It increased by 5. Increased by 5, and it is telling you here. I increased by 5. I increased by 5. See, it's really, if you are talking about arrange, it is like a step. This is like a step. So step. What is step here? The step is 5. It is as simple as that. We said 10 numbers. No, we said 10 numbers. So that is why it is giving you 10 numbers. Am I clear? Okay. Now I am including the last number, or I am excluding the last number? Including. Okay. So this is including the last number, including the last number. Now here what I'll do, I will exclude the last number. Exclude the last number. So to exclude the last number, what I will do, I will say, to exclude the last number, what I will say, I will say false. Who is false? The end point is false. Endpoint is equal to false. Okay, endpoint is equal to false. So simply I will run. Okay, 1 second. So I will run this. Now tell me what happened. The gap got decreased because 50 is not included. 50 is not included. The gap is same. Gap is same. What is the gap? 4.5. Only that 50 we don't want to include, no. So that 50 will be cut. It will take up to 49.99999 and all. 50 is not included. Okay. Now you remember that graph I was saying in the first case. So graph, it is simple, similar to a graph, similar to a graph. So this is what? This is the lin space. This is what? Lin space. Am I clear? Okay. Something similar to this will be there, which is called log space. Which is called what? Log space. So what does that log space tell you? You know? So log space. Okay. Let me write. So it is not very much important, but still we can understand it once. So something like log space. Okay. Now you have to tell me what a log space will do. Np dot log space. Okay. Log space. See, start and stop are important here. Okay. So start at 10, stop at 100. Okay. Now just guess what has taken place here. Okay, so okay, otherwise I'll say I'll make it easy. So 1 comma 5. Okay, yeah, this would be better. Okay, 1 comma 5 comma base 10. So what we will do is, so we will say base is equal to 2. So we will say 5. Yeah, this is easy to understand. Okay, now what happened here? I'll tell you. Right. So what happened here is, now we said 1, no? So we said what? 1. Okay. So it is basically uh, something like, okay. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So it is basically 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2. So this 1 will be here. 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, and 2 to the power of 4. That is what you are getting. So 2 here, 4 here, 8 here, and 16. Okay, 5 also, right? Okay, 5 is also there, right? Okay, 2 to the power of 5, 32. Got it? Understood this? So what is this basically? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the base 2, I said. To the base 2. Understanding my point? What log space is doing? Log space is giving you powers depending on the base. Depending on the base. Why you are getting this much big numbers? Because default is 10. Default is 10. So 2 to the power of 10 to the power of 10. Okay, 10 to the power of 20. So that's what we were getting, big values. But for now, you understood. Not very much important, but as linspace you understood, this also you should understand. So what does this tell you? This will give you the powers of the given values with the base. In this example, what you got? You got 1. Okay. So I'll say 2 to the power of 1 for your understanding. 2 to the power of 1 comma 2 to the power of 2 comma 2 to the power of 3. Okay, comma 2 power 4, 2 power 4, and 2, sorry, 2 power 5. 2 power 5. So 2 power 1 is 2. 2 power 2 is 4. 2 power 3 is 8. 2 power 4 is 16. 2 power 5 is 30. Understood the points? So in that way, you are looking at the things. Yes. So this is about the log space. This is about the log space. Yes, 1 comma 5 comma 5 means I want 1 to 5. 1 to 5, I want 1 to 5, but they have to be powered. Powered with, powered with base 2. Powered with base 2. Yes, that's what the idea of log space. Okay, so we have many other things to go for. Okay, so like doing some computations. Okay, so indexing the arrays. Okay, all that we will discuss in our next session. Okay, right? So if time permits, we can start pandas also. Okay, right. So, but what you need to do? You need to practice. I'll send the notes right away, and after 1 hour or so, I'll put the video also. Okay, as usual. So you please practice. Okay, thank you. Uh, hope no one online today. Yeah, oh, okay. Rasika and Saujanya. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubts, any questions, you can ask me. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so much.